So I was going to teleport us to one of those locations, but I had to find a big tree to get Rocky through. So we went on a walk to find a big tree, and we stumbled upon a demonic teleportation spell coming out of the ground. And basically, we found this wizard Yara and this massive tree trunked demon with tusks. And is there a better way to describe him?
I mean, that's pretty good.
All right.
Demon with a big sword and a crossbow that took canisters and shot the canisters and they exploded and it was horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty painful. Fortunately, we ended up closing it and defeating him, exploding him. I'm not really sure how that actually happened. He just exploded all of a sudden. Yeah. And then, I think we were going to walk back. Yara was going to decide whether she wanted to join us or save everything. She was rather distraught at the news of her fallen mentor, boss, etc. Never found the tree, though. Didn't find the tree. Nope. Oh, she also had 2 idiot lackeys with her. So that's where we are. I guess we could visit with Ronnie to determine whether she has any better ideas.
So for those of you just now tuning in,
That was the amazing recap.
Athanasia, where a bunch of us, people who have jobs and families and other responsibilities, try to get together and play D&D every now and then. So we have Chad out at the moment. He's supposed to be joining us at some point when he gets out of work and back. In the meantime, I have set up, as you can see, this lovely play area where I intend to put some maps and throw some minis down for our playing convenience. Because all of you online haven't seen it yet, and we're still waiting for Chad. I want to go ahead and just kind of show you who we've got so far. We have Rocky. This is our resident stone spirit. Right now, he looks like a gemstone elemental, basically. That thing he's holding is his heart, which is the destruction stone, one of the 20 power stones. We've got Ronnie. This person is just getting in for Ronnie. The Ronnie that we usually use is actually in Allison's possession. Since I don't have it, I'm going to use this one. Hello, she has a sword, but I don't know.
Just real quick, is there an echo somewhere? I'm hearing audio somewhere. That's really making it hard to hear Jay.
Charles, I think it's you.
Oh, my bad. I'll turn my...
How's that?
I don't hear it now, but...
Okay, great. We're going to be using this for Jareth. He's technically a Lynx folk, a Lynchy, but this is the closest thing I have to a Lynx folk, so that's what we're using. That will be our Jareth. This is our hero. Yes, it is in fact a famous character from Critical Role. She's unarmed and she's a tiefling, so that's the closest thing I could get to a tiefling monk.
Perfect.
We have Bran, who is super tiny. He's just a little teeny dude wearing a little pack. Whoop, and apparently falling out of my hand. And he's on a little grassy area here with a spear. So I figure that's as close as I can get to Bran. Been using that for a long time. This is Yara. Yara has the flowy dress. She's got a sort of golden head piece, crown-ish thing. And she has actual silver hair. So that's fun. And then this is what we're going to be using for Ronnie's wolf form. She had, well, not wolf form, fox form. Because sometimes she hulks out as a fox, and that's a thing because she has zoanthropy, which doesn't turn you into a wolf; it turns you into whatever your animal ancestor was. So there we are. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and let you guys catch up with Ronnie and Jareth since they were away last session. You get back to the ship. Jareth probably slept in. Ronnie was making use of herself. Have fun.
Ronnie, where are you?
Okay. I went hunting because we didn't have any food. I didn't
Okay.
get anything though. What's up?
Well,
We are in desperate need of leadership.
Okay.
we went to find a tree and we couldn't find one.
I mean, that's the gist of it.
Aren't we in? Okay. Well, if you want leadership, I know you don't want to go to Jareth for leadership. I don't blame you. You want?
Oh, good morning.
I did get to punch a big dude that was coming out of a circle, though. That was fun.
No.
You fought someone and didn't come get me?
Yeah.
I'm the captain. I'm supposed to be made known of these things.
You're just acting.
Yeah, that was never actually incorporated.
I have a hat.
Jay, can I make a hat out of my head?
Yes.
Just a really bad imitation.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it.
All right, I gotta get my character sheet up here.
Hey, Ronnie,
What?
I got you a present. I'm gonna go up to her and pull out the bomb canister that we took, that was still whole from the guy. I don't know what it does, but it wasn't exploded. And I know you, I've carried it here this whole way. I was very careful with it. We don't know what it does, but you might be able to use it. So I thought you'd like it.
Based on your last sentence, I would infer that it explodes.
Yeah, but he had a bunch of different canisters. They all did different things. It really hurt depending on how you hit him. I hold it out to Ronnie.
She's giving you a bomb.
I like bombs.
Jared steps back a couple feet.
I'll put it in my pack. With everything. So we should probably figure out new roles for the ship then, since we lost our captain, our whatever Mekon was, the clerk guy.
He was kind of the captain, and I mean, I think the main thing we were missing was the map reader, the cartographer, whatever that would be.
The quartermaster is the one we were talking about.
Quartermaster.
Okay.
So they would fill the role on the ship of the person who keeps track of equipment and who navigates.
What skill sets?
I would accept either navigator's tools or cartographer's tools. And then if I can find my ghost of Salt North, which I can.
Well, considering Ronnie is currently the cook, I feel like anything would be an improvement.
It isn't Nellbug filling that role.
Oh yeah, where's the log?
Nailbog, you now realize that you don't know where Nailbog is.
Huh.
Elbog.
Bells, what all happened while I was asleep?
Well, we did leave him to babysit the ship.
Well, he failed.
Elbog. I don't see him anywhere.
Okay, so the quartermaster plots the ship's course, relying on knowledge of nautical charts and the study of weather and sea conditions. A reliable quartermaster tends to have a high wisdom, as well as proficiency with navigator's tools and the nature skill. So high wisdom, nature, and in my opinion, navigators or cartographers, either one.
I have an okay wisdom. And I have Mekon stuff, so I should have his navigator's tools. And
But
I'm
are you
probably
proficient
just
with
as good a
navigator's tools?
navigator as I am a cook. Kind of tired of being the cook.
I could be the cook.
No, honey, you're fine where you are.
Have you ever cooked anything? I haven't seen you actually cook.
Well, that's because you're always off fucking around.
No, I don't eat either. But I could cook if you want me to.
I would like to try Rocky's cooking.
Put stuff
Hey,
on
I'm the new
fire.
cook.
Take off of fire, eat. What's so hard?
Maybe some fruity pebbles. All right.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen and start cooking.
Oh, great.
So, Ronnie,
Seriously.
unless you have a better idea than my weird stone tree jumping thing, that's about the best route we have for trying to find some stones.
I thought it
Oh, I
was
know where
a
some
good idea.
stones are. I know where some stones are.
Oh, let's do your thing then, because we couldn't even find a tree big enough for Rocky.
Well,
Like, you actually know where they are, or just like they're in the mountains? Because we know that.
yeah, I did some while you guys were. I got here way before you guys. I did some scouting. Okay, so there's 3 stones at the Wizards Tribunal at the Tower of Towers.
Yeah, we know that. Good luck.
They're guarded by wizards. There's one. Okay, so the one in the mountains you talked about in Mount Corvia. There's one next to a volcano there. I don't know how many volcanoes are in that mountain range.
I mean, it's a lot closer than what we thought.
There's one in the marshes of Madness. And there's another one. It's on an island in a secret cache. And I think it's that secret cache that we learned about in that. We learned about in that note you guys started deciphering, and then you guys started deciphering, and then once you figured it out, you moved on to other stuff and forgot that it was like a plot point.
Yeah, about that.
There's one there, and there's also probably a sniper there who has it out for me, so that would be fun. But I have a map, I think. Hold on. Yeah, I have a map of that island. Hold on one second.
So as Ronnie is surely sort of waddling into the main town of Sifu,
Way in the distance. I guess he wanted to do some shopping.
It's all good. I need to look at my map to see which one of those is actually closest.
So Jay, what can I cook?
well, go ahead and roll your cooking tools.
I don't have any cooking tools.
Cool. There's a leftover alchemist's lab in one of the rooms.
Okay, I've seen them like flipping things and like stirring things.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna use my hand to flip things and stir things.
Are you proficient with alchemist tools?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check at disadvantage because you don't eat.
But then he can, because of this, unbiased cook, he can unlock the secrets of true flavor. Just like
Ten.
Mama.
I see what you did there.
10.
10. Okay. You come back with some boiled water and a surprisingly not poorly toasted hunk of bread.
Yeah. I made some stuff. If anyone wants to try it.
I want to be supportive, so I will try it.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. It's apparently somehow blackened in the middle, but not on the outside.
I crunch through it and pretend like it's perfect. No, I
Okay.
don't pretend like it's perfect. I just pretend like it's. I'm swallowing it.
Is it good? Is it okay?
You've never cooked before?
No.
Wow, that is a first try. Why don't we go buy you some cookbooks sometime?
That is a first try.
Well, we could, but I don't know how to read.
Do I
Ronnie
wanna
was
read?
Ronnie was teaching me. I was up to, I think it was J.
Okay, well, okay, bud. I'll pat him on the arm. Well, you know, reading the cookbooks will be good practice, right?
Okay.
We'll add to quest list buy Rocky cookbooks.
Very good.
I'm so excited.
All right, I'm back, sort of.
Hey Ronnie, try what Rocky just cooked.
Rocky hands you a carafe of boiled water and a seemingly lightly toasted hunk of bread.
I made this for everybody.
Well, of course I'll try it. Rocky.
Okay. You discover that this particular hunk of bread is somehow burned in the middle to a blackened state, but perfectly fine on the outside.
That's pretty good for your first try.
You think so?
Yeah.
I can be our new cook if you want.
I mean, you're not doing any worse than I did.
I thought maybe we could invest in a couple of, starter cookbooks or something.
Well, I don't think they write them in Terran.
We can read them to him.
But then what's the point of having a separate cook? We have to stand there and read them to him. Do you want to help him? You don't actually have a job on the ship yet.
I will do it. I will read the cookbooks to Rocky. We'll learn together.
Will they have pictures?
We'll find one with pictures.
Yes. I'm very happy.
That's exactly my
What
goal.
was your job before cook, Rocky? I totally forgot.
What's that? I'm sorry.
What was your job on the ship beforehand?
The bosun, which
You're still bosun.
yeah, I'm because that's basically if a bad guy gets on the ship, I punch them off the ship.
You're really good at that.
Yeah.
You can have two jobs if you want.
You're also technically the guy that repairs the ship when it gets damaged.
Sure, that'll work out.
So which of these stones is going to be closest besides the tribunal? Because I just don't want to mess with that.
I don't really feel like going up against a whole wizard's tower.
Yeah, and I'm not smart or pretty enough to convince them otherwise. My map actually doesn't have the marshes, and I'm not familiar enough with that mountain range to know if there's a volcano or a volcano. I mean, we could just go there, and I could probably figure it out. You said that was a mountain.
We can always see if there's any more accurate maps. It's out somewhere. Jay, do I know where this island is?
Oh yeah, 100%. If you look at the map of Athanasia, are you there?
Yeah.
You should see. I'm gonna open it on my end too, so I can kind of describe what we're looking at. So there's a location that is just south of the Tower of Towers, where the longitude and latitude intersects. That is one of the locations that you think it could be. There is another location that you think it could be, which is to the west of that location, where it intersects longitude and latitude, and also it's directly over the under ocean trench that goes through all of Athanasia. So you think that it's in either one of those two places.
Okay. Which one is closest to where we are now?
The one that's to the south and slightly east of the Tower of Towers.
Which mountain range did you say that volcano was in? Korea?
Yeah.
It's gonna be down there. And where is this marsh?
I have no idea.
All right.
I will accept a knowledge history check if you would like to see if you are aware of it historically.
I have history.
I do.
Ooh. I rolled natural 19. So 26.
Okay. And Bran?
That was a nat 1, so I've never even heard of a mountain.
You were investigating the volcano then? Okay. So Allison, which one were you rolling for? The volcano or the Marshes of Madness?
I think the marshes of madness.
Okay. So what you remember is with your time in Eusoria, when you were a kid, they would tell stories about how you should never go into the marshes because you would hear the stories of, not the stories, you would hear the voices of your loved ones calling out to you and begging you to come closer, and then you would never come back. The only marshes you remember being anywhere near Eusoria were where the Renai Forest empties out into the rivers in the Renai Forest empty out into the Siren Sea.
Okay. It's actually kind of close to unless I'm misunderstanding, kind of close to where I think the island is?
Relatively, yeah. So if you look at the Tower of Towers, it'll be more or less straight east of there. There's an intersection of a river delta, several paths like roads, the dotted lines there, and then the actual forest itself. All of that kind of convenes in one location.
Yeah. Yeah, these two look like they'd be pretty close together if we wanted to try to do 2 in 1.
Sounds great. Let's move on to the marshes. How exactly are we going to pinpoint the location, though?
One of the power stone socketed into the key now flashes, and out comes. We're gonna say, who would know about this stuff? Let's see. Hang on. What stones do you have?
The alteration was Newidiwitter Crowan, I believe it was.
Croin, yeah.
Yep.
So Croin pops out and he says, I have heard of these. You must find our brother to locate the stones. He will know where they are. And then he gives you a name. He says it's Golug, which translates to something in Welsh, but basically this is the divination stone. And he says Golug was lost to the islands of the Siren Sea.
I guess we're going to see first.
Yeah, as I recall, we actually discussed this. We were going to that's where we were going next. We were going to go find the stone in the Siren Sea.
See, that sounded familiar. I mentioned that last time, and they were like, "No, I don't think so."
We shouldn't go there. We should keep looking for stones we don't know where they are.
I still don't exactly remember 100% why we were going to Sifu, but that I do recall now that was the plan after the Battle of Everlasting Sandstone, Sandflow. That's where we were heading. That was our next objective, was to get the divination stone because it knows where all the other stones are.
Oh, that's a good point. And that's the one in the Siren Sea?
Yeah.
Aha.
So Croin points out that if you find the divination stone, if you find Golug, he'll be able to help you locate the other stones.
Well, fantastic. I think Yara was going to visit with some people in the town, and she may want to join us. Do we want to wait for her? Maybe we just assume that she's coming with us and bring her?
Who's Yara?
You look around and you realize Yara's actually gone now. She did, in fact, wander off back toward the town.
Grab it.
Man, everybody's wandering off. Nelbog, Yara.
Oh, speaking of Nelbog, would it be rude of us not to go catch up to him just to let him know what we're doing? Because he might seriously just be going to get a coffee or something, and by the time he's back here, we'll be gone.
I love how you ask this group of what would be rude.
Okay, let me rephrase. DM, how far is the town?
Not far. I mean, you guys parked just outside of it, so.
So with my monk movement, could I get there and back pretty fast?
I mean, he's been walking for several hours, so you should be able to catch up with him in like 2 minutes.
He's just now getting into the city. Like,
if I use my action, dash, and movement, I can. I have 170
I'll put it
feet
this
of
way.
movement.
It's 20 minutes walk for a normal person. You'd probably get there in 15.
Yeah, it would be mean not to do it. I'll just go run and tell Melbog what's going on. Maybe he can.
Okay.
Maybe
If you see Yara around, could you inquire?
Yes, I will.
Fantastic.
I will sonic off.
Go fast. All right. So, Hero climbs out of the key, starts running away. You watch as now you are down to 4 people in the key at this point. She's gone for a bit. While she's gone, what do you want to do?
So, you guys want me to be navigator or whatever it was, quartermaster? Are you cool with me being the new captain or what?
I don't care.
I like how there's like 0 votes
Mutiny.
for confidence and 100% just eh.
Mutinous
Well, at the moment,
dog.
I'm trying to figure out what captain, and I feel like I could actually be quartermaster and the doctor, but I don't know, then what's the cat guy going to do?
Well, he was.
I don't know how to say this without just being mean, but I don't trust you to do anything.
I
Wow,
love how like
that hurts.
half of our party doesn't trust the other half like even a little bit.
Oh, did I say all that out loud? Yeah. I was trying to process. Well, is there any job on a ship that requires you to have a fancy hat and talk snazzy?
PR.
Captain.
Wait, this is I'm getting a cross campaign headache.
Yeah.
To be frank, though, this sounds like a bunch of responsibility, and that's not me. So if one of you wants to be captain, fine with me. I'm keeping the hat.
I mean, that's perfectly fine.
Well,
Yeah, to be completely honest, having a captain that doesn't really make good decisions and just looks fancy doesn't pan out.
Personality.
Remind me again. I may have blown myself in half, but you blew yourself off the ship.
I'm not going to be
you're gonna
captain.
be captain though.
I
For
stayed on the
clarity,
ship.
both
Only
the
half of it.
captain, both the captain and the first mate should have high charisma scores and then proficiency with intimidation and persuasion. So
I
please,
will remain first mate.
I do not have a high charisma score, but I have proficiency in intimidation.
You don't say.
You can't see it, but I'm flipping him off.
I know
Awesome.
you can't see this, but I'm doing it as hot as I can.
I don't know, Brandy. Are you want to be the medic and the bosun? You want 2 jobs?
Honestly, the medic doesn't really do that much. The quartermaster requires a lot of wisdom and nature knowledge. I feel like I have that.
You do. Is it nature or survival?
Unfortunately, it is nature. It doesn't seem to make sense. And I have a low nature score, but whatever. I don't know. Maybe if you find someone who's very intelligent in the natural world, they can take over the job.
What is the medic? Obviously needs points in medicine.
And good berries, basically.
Yeah.
Croyn pops up again and he says, if you were able to find Elfanau Natur, my brother, he would be able to help you with nature.
I'll put him on the list next. Not sure. That's easy to remember.
Well, what?
Elfanau Natur.
You don't know where he's at, do you?
We'll probably have to ask the divination stone.
Man, where's Hero?
Meanwhile, Hero. Yeah, so by the way, I've also posted the name of Golug.
That's not how I spelled it.
Way off.
Okay, it's Welsh. I don't know what to tell you. Our spelling conventions are very different. Hero, you run off into the city. The first person you reach is Nelbog, naturally.
Cool. I will.
Hello.
I don't stop.
May I help you?
Yeah. Hey, bud, are you sticking with us, or are you coming to town for shopping? What are you doing? I'm just wondering.
He's still walking, but like because he's walking so slow, you just kind of like take a step or two and then just wait for him. He says, I thought it would be nice to have a chat with other practitioners of the arcane arts.
Cool.
Over a cup of coffee.
You have such a beautiful echo to your voice there, Nova.
Yeah, I know. Charles is definitely giving us feedback.
I'm just curious. We just got back from our little hike, and we wanted to move on. Did you want to keep going with us, or you good here? It's a pretty nice little town, but
I have been attempting to find a good place to put down roots.
gotcha. I mean, this is a pretty good place. Am I gonna take that as you're good here? I'm kind of jogging in place because I want to keep going.
Right. Hey, Charles, would you mind muting for us, please? Thank you, sir. He says, I am very grateful to have met you all. I would be fine if you chose to move on without me.
All right, we're gonna do that, but don't Don't think of it that way.
Please don't forget me.
Oh, of course.
Come back and see me sometime.
Do you like letters? We'll write you too, and visit. How's that?
As you can imagine, I am a big fan of snail mail.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want to hear. Hey, bud. I'll pat him on the shell. See ya. And I'm actually gonna go into town.
I'll see you later.
I'm just gonna pop into like the first building I come to in town that's public and just see if anybody's seen Yara.
Okay. Yeah, the first business you would come to is like the jeweler. So you see that Renai, the frog guy, standing on his counter doing some bookkeeping, and he sees you walk in and he sort of takes his glasses off and he says, "Oh, hello?
Hi.
Are you here to buy anything?" He sort of looks you up and down skeptically.
I am a monk. I have no money on me, but I do have a question. Just a real quick one. I promise. And also a really, really nice turtle guy is coming, and he, I'm sure, loves whatever you sell here. Have you seen a really, really tall, pretty, long dress, kind of really gorgeous woman? Human woman, kind of upper middle age, a little older, come through here?
We have plenty of those, and if I'm giving my opinion, I would say that all of your humanoid folk look equally attractive to me. I don't really have a preference for that, but wearing a long dress, I suppose, you might check the inn. It's quite busy this time of morning.
Okay, cool, thanks. Be nice to Nubba, and I'll leave.
All right.
Did we know if she came to town?
Not specifically, but she did mention she had some things she needed to do back at the inn.
Yeah. Okay. She did say the end.
Yeah.
Oh well, then I will check there. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking
She and her crew were staying at the inn while they were investigating the cult circle.
Gotcha. Well, then I will jog to the inn.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the ship.
What are we going to do about Hero?
What do you mean?
I don't know. She doesn't really help out on the ship very much.
Well, what job should we have her do then?
I don't know. What is she good at other than running her mouth? Ronnie is so mean.
We had a pretty good fight. That was a lot of fun.
No one knows what I do. Oh.
Here's an unpopular opinion. Maybe we need to look outside for a captain. Outside the established group. Maybe Hero would be a good choice.
That sounds fine to me. All right, Hero's our new captain.
No.
No. Rocky of the Rockettes has put in his word.
You're not a rocket. You don't get anything to say.
Damn.
Wait, yes he is. We went on a whole side quest to get to the bottom half of the flag.
The rule is, if you go
I was firmly
to save somebody, they're part of the team.
His first decision when we met him was to fight Rocky.
Yeah, that's an awesome decision.
They came out fine.
So what positions do we still have open? I mean, I'm now the cook. So that one's not open.
What if she's the cook's first mate?
She could be the assistant cook.
There is still some echo.
Well, there's,
Hang on.
there's the captain, the first mate, and not the cook. And Bran wants to be the quartermaster and the medic. Right?
I'm already I'm already the first mate, so.
Like I said, there's the captain and the first.
Oh, howdy, ha ha.
Was there a navigator position?
That's what the
Master.
quartermaster.
Oh,
That's-
quartermaster.
We have captain and first
I
mate.
picked stuff up. That's what Bran wants to be.
Captain and first mate. We have bosun, who basically does repairs and gives technical advice to the captain and crew. They need a high strength score, carpenter's tools, and the athletic skill. Quartermaster handles navigation as well as obviously keeping stock of like inventory and stuff. Wisdom score, navigator's tools, and nature. Surgeon, self-explanatory. Cook, self-explanatory. You will theoretically also need other like crew members in general just to sort of run the ship. I mean, theoretically, you could get somebody to run the guns. You could get somebody to use the stone powers. Because in order for those stone powers to be used in combat or just in general while you're elsewhere in the ship, you would need somebody like physically there next to the stone. So unless all of you want to man all the positions and then like just basically run the ship on a skeleton crew, you could theoretically just go after more people and see who you can add.
Well,
Hero, you're welcome to be the quartermaster if you please.
What'd you say, Bran?
I was saying, Hero, you're welcome to be quartermaster if you please.
She's not
Hero
currently
is not
running-
there.
She's not.
Oh, I thought she'd been back already.
I'm just imagining Bran like assuming she's still there and not even looking at her and being like, okay, Hero, well, I guess you can Hero.
Well, I don't know. I think Bran being a quartermaster sounds like a really good idea. He seems to be. He has the high wisdom and the. We'll get there on the nature. Rocky wants to be cook, and that's fine. I don't.
Hero-
I really. I don't know. I don't have to be the captain or the first mate. I don't think I would actually be very good at it. I am a little intimidating, but. The gunner.
I feel like it's just that we trust you to make the decisions, because you don't die, and so far everyone else does.
Why would you say that?
Also, odd metric.
I mean, statistically, there really are only, I think, 2 people who have played only one character in this entire campaign.
Yep.
One of 2.
I'll be captain if you want me to be captain, but if you want someone else to be captain, I'm cool with being just a gunner or something else. I don't think y'all want me to be a cook anymore. I wasn't that good. I kind of hate it.
Where the crap is Hero?
So at the inn, Hero, you head into the inn and you look around. You don't immediately see Yara, but what you do see is several individuals. You got the usual patrons, the people having their drinks or whatever. But you see what can only be described as a very clearly defined sort of adventuring party, all hunched over a table. You see someone with sort of curving horns like yourself, dark burnished skin, reddish brown, almost with a metallic sheen. Very, very minimally noticeable. You also have um, a human male, white hair. You can see that he's got almost a sallow appearance, slightly pointed tips on the ears, not because of any elf heritage, as a player might suspect, but people in this world would know that that's probably some small manifestation of his animal ancestry. You see sort of wearing black, like sleeveless black leather armor. On the lower half, he has almost a skirt of black leather, and you see a little what looks like an imp, like a red, slightly glowing, almost monkey with bat wings, kind of like jumping around from one shoulder to the other and kind of like looking at what's going on the table. You see a woman who also has, sort of shoulder length white hair, with a longer sort of pulled back, long, thick ponytail going down her back. She's wearing brass colored, what is it called? Not scale armor, banded mail. She has in her sheath a very nice looking brass handled red ruby gemmed sword, and it appears that the sheath that it's in is also made of brass. And then nearby you also see, kind of like laying around the table itself, a medium-sized dragon that is the exact same color and sheen as the woman's armor. You see what is essentially a brass dragon who appears to be sort of snoring lazily, wrapped up around this table with his wings folded as closely as possible. And you can see that there are several patrons who have sort of cleared out of the surrounding area so that they can accommodate the size of this dragon on the inside of the inn. Being a medium-sized creature, he doesn't take up too terribly much space, but he is in fact sort of, an animal who can extend to very large proportions. So he's trying to take up as little as possible for the sake of the convenience of the patrons inside. So that's what you see. They're all sort of pouring, discussing amongst themselves what sorts of things what sorts of plans they have for the day.
How far are they from the bar? How far is their table?
I'd say they're about 20 feet away. They're in between where the bar is and then like the outer windows that overlook the snow pit.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the bar. I'm just gonna walk past them. I'll politely step around the dragon, whatever part of it is sticking out or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
To get to the bar.
All right.
Can I hear anything they're saying when I reach the bar? If I just like lean up against it and wait to be served?
What's your passive perception?
15.
Okay. It's not too difficult. You do hear a little bit of murmurs, something about, where should we go next? I don't know. I mean, no, that's too far away. And then almost immediately, as soon as you get close enough to the bar that the people, sort of looking over the map, take notice of you, you walk up to the bar, and of course, you're not looking at them, but you hear from behind you, "My goddess, who is this ravishing creature?" And you look behind you and you see the white-haired man turns in your direction. The little monkey switches shoulders real quick and he says, "My darling, you have the look of divine in you. Tell me your name."
Are there like empty grogs on the table or something, or is this?
I mean, each of them has a pint of ale nearby, but his certainly isn't empty.
What was he wearing again?
Uh, think like Edward Scissorhands, but with a leather skirt,
Okay.
sleeveless.
So
He does. He
like
does have a
black leather,
pauldron on one side.
tight
Yeah,
black leather.
tight black leather buckles.
Not that impressive. I'm going to ignore him actually.
I will also say, now that you're looking straight at him, you can see that he has one of those like smoky eye looks going on.
Wow.
He fuck off.
I'm going to pointedly ignore him. Like I'll give him a glance, but then I'll look away at the bartender and try to get their attention because I'm here for a reason.
All right, bartender looks at you. Help you.
Yeah. I'm looking for a friend of mine. She, I think, was staying here. Older human. Wears dresses. Really gorgeous. That does something for you more than the guy at the other store, right?
Well, I mean, there are plenty of people come through here answering that description. Plenty of people wear dresses. Plenty of people are good looking. I don't really know what to tell. I mean, can you be more specific? Does she have any defining characteristics?
Did she have any defining characteristics? I'm
You remember,
intentionally trying not to drop her name because I don't know what these
right.
people are here for.
You remember she was wearing like a golden headpiece and had silver hair.
Silver hair, golden, like a circlet kind of thing on her head.
The barkeep looks behind him or behind you, uh, in the direction of the people standing at the table. And he says, "No, I wouldn't know anything about that. Care for something to drink?" And the guy behind you says, "Put it on my tab. What are you drinking, dear?"
What's the most expensive thing that's here?
"Whatever that is." And the barkeep says, "Yeah, sure thing, Celtiel, right away." And he turns around and he goes and he grabs the most expensive bottle and he puts it on the counter.
Celtio.
I have spelled it in the chat for you.
I'm glad you did because I really spelled it wrong.
That's okay. My goal in life is to give you very difficultly spelled names. So.
All right. So let me guess, and I will direct this at Celtiel. Celtiel.
Celtiel.
Celtiel. Does this really work out? Buying just a drink? Does it ever actually work?
My dear, it's not usually the drink that gets me what I'm looking for. And of course, you hear from behind him, "Call with Celtiel, we do not have time for this. Come along, we must make our plans for the day." And Celtiel says, "Calm down, Cole. She's obviously a ravishing creature in need of someone to direct her around town or else find something very important. Otherwise, she wouldn't be asking the barkeep, obviously. We might be able to help. What do you say?"
What time is it in the day?
It's mid-morning.
Mid-morning. You know, pick your favorite spot and I'll let you take me there.
Really?
Just one. I'd like to.
My favorite spot, you say?
Well, that's what we'll say.
Very well. And of course, you hear now the woman, the white-haired woman, say, "Celtiel, please, not another one." He says, No. She asked me to take her to my favorite place. Away we go then. And he'll like put an elbow out toward you to escort you.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot a look at the bartender. Does he still look freaked out?
He at this point he's kind of calmed down a little bit, and he just kind of gives you this look like.
Okay. All right. I'll go with him. But
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye.
Very good. So he leads you around the large brass dragon, is sort of curled up around the table, whom you now see opens his eye and looks in your direction before you move on. He leads you up the stairs of the inn to where you know that there are plenty of bedrooms.
Okay.
He will guide you up to one of the doors. He'll very nonchalantly flip out a key and unlock the door. After you, my dear.
I'll look into the room. Is there a window?
Yeah, there's a window.
Cool. I'm gonna go in, but I'm not going to stay where he is. I'm going to walk. Like I'm going to keep a distance between us.
Okay.
Because
Fair enough.
I was really hoping he was more interesting than this, but I don't say that.
Of course. As the DM, I'm just curious, what would Hero have been more impressed by?
Not at this right now. She's nothing. She's doesn't have this kind of thing on her mind. She just wants to know what he's about.
Okay, fair enough.
If okay, she swings both ways, and let's just say tight leather isn't impressive. That's boring.
Okay.
Now Yara did strike her interest. So
Oh,
that's why she keeps
okay.
describing her as gorgeous.
Fair enough. Okay, so as he opens the door and invites you in, you enter the room and you see that it is a nice room. It seems that it's been slept in once, but he's tidied things up and whatnot. You do, however, see that there are several objects on the table that appear to have they're sort of wooden objects, and the equivalent of what you would imagine like a wood burning kit would do, like some hot metal instrument with sort of carvings into the wood, and you can see that there are others. The metal implements are nearby, but you don't see anything that would create that much heat. Meanwhile, of course, he does also lead you to the window where he looks out and he says, "Fascinating snow, isn't it? I've never really looked at a place so covered in snow."
Are you a stranger to this area?
You could say that. I'm from down south, actually. Have you ever been down to Mount Corvia?
Have I? I don't think so.
I don't know. That's up to you.
I haven't.
Well, suffice it to say, there's no snow there. At least not until you get to the very, very high peaks. We're more used to traveling in areas that have a hotter climate, let's say. And the little imp switches over to the other shoulder, and it starts sort of like tugging on his buckles, and seems like he's asking for something. And so he'll reach down into his pouch and he'll hand something up. Looks like an acorn, and the imp grabs onto it greedily, and then like you see his hands glow red, and then there's this as a little fire like basically envelops the acorn, and then you hear this, and the acorn kind of snaps open, and he pulls apart the husk and starts munching on the roasted nut on the inside.
So then what made you guys come up this way? You're not used to the snow. It's probably not wandering, right?
Oh, no, of course not. We're on a very specific mission. We needed to reconvene with some allies and make a plan for what we were going to do next. We took a stop off here because one of our number had been here before. I don't really know who you were aware of or how long you've been here. How long have you been here?
Oh, I'm brand new.
Oh, really? Really? Are you aware of the fight club that's supposed to happen around midnight?
I I saw something going on when I got here, but I didn't know that there was some sort of schedule.
Interesting. Are you attempting to deliberately deceive him about your knowledge of the Fight Club?
I am.
Okay, go ahead and roll your deception check.
13.
Okay. He says, well, I think you should rather enjoy it. There's a balcony down on the bottom floor. And if you would like, we can go watch. Even better. And he sort of sizes you up a little bit and he says, I wouldn't mind going around toe to toe with you.
Does he look like what kind of weapons does he have on him?
It looks like he's got a strong sort of harness for a leather sword frog, one of those sort of things that distributes the weight of the scabbard that he's wearing. And inside of that is this enormous, thick-looking scimitar wrapped in black leather, just like the rest of him, in a sheath. It looks like he's not holding much of anything else. You do see a couple of small knives that have been pressed into some sheaths on his lower back.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to say no. I love a good wrestle myself. But
he smiles at that very pointedly.
Good. I do have a place I'm staying, and I do need to solve some. Let's say wrap together some final things before I make plans.
Oh, so you'll be in town for a little bit, is what I'm hearing you say.
Possibly.
Excellent. Tell me, do you like wood carving?
I know nothing about it.
Well, allow me to educate you, my dear. I have been working on just something that I think you might like. And he pulls out some of the carvings on the table and pulls a chair out for you to sit down, and he starts showing you his craft.
Does any of it seem like does it seem like knickknacks, or does any of it seem like magical?
What you see is that he's basically showing you just something that he's crafted himself. It looks like replicas of his party members. One of them is a more rough rendition of the dragon. It looks like that was probably the one that he's working on the most recently. It isn't quite finished to the point of the other ones. But the ones that are the most finished are the one of the woman wearing the brass armor and the white hair, and then the man with burnished red skin and the horns.
I make appropriate oohs and ahs, even though
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Fair enough.
Carvings.
Let's see. It's a good 20 by 10.
All right. At an appropriate time, because I know they're waiting for me, I'm going to stand up very gracefully from the seat and kind of lean on the back of it with my elbows, and I'll just say, I need to go wrap those things up, but where should we meet? If I were to say that it might be fun to exchange a few fists.
Well, my dear, I will try to compel the others to stay another night. We were heading out today, but I will make an exception in your case. And he looks you up and down again and he says, yes, I will definitely make an exception in your case.
I contain my disgust.
Great.
And I'm going to politely depart from the room.
He stands, presses something into your hand, and locks eyes with you, and he says, just in case I can't convince my compatriots to remember me by. And he lets your hand go and then just watches you walk away.
I'm not going to look at it until I leave the inn.
Great, cool.
Do I see any sign of Yara?
Make a perception check.
just wanted to find Yara. And then this guy was boring.
And then this guy was boring, she says.
Natural 20.
Okay, great. You successfully identify that Yara is nowhere in sight.
Great. I love that. I'm gonna leave. And
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go back to the ship. But I want to keep an eye out. I don't know. I'm weirded out a little bit. I'm gonna make sure nobody's watching me as I leave or following or anything.
Cool. Back at the ship.
But I really think Hero would do a good job at the captain. I'm just saying.
At that point, Hero walks in.
I don't know. Sometimes I just don't trust her judgment.
So we leaving?
Where's Yara?
I checked all over the inn, all over it, and I could not find her. Nobody is cool with staying here, though. He thinks this is going to be a nice place to settle down, is what he said. But he wants us to visit.
Is he going to go to the fight club?
He didn't say that, but I guess there is a bout tonight at midnight. By the way,
What?
there is a group of adventurers with a bronze dragon actually at the inn. If we wanted, they looked like they could be maybe kind of loaded. We might be able to win some gold off of it if we wanted to, stay a night and fight. But it's up to us. I know we've got a lot of stuff to do, and I kind of creeped out by one of the guys. It's just I don't know. We can go.
Yeah, the world is literally ending.
See,
So
that's kind of why I figured
we should probably take care of that.
I'm totally fine
Yeah.
with that. What's really
Yep.
funny is that the creepy guy, hopefully they stay a night so that they waste their time. I don't know. It would be funny.
Cool.
But punching people's pretty fun. I mean,
We might be able to punch
Well-
people at the Siren Sea, though.
oh,
Well, we'll find something for you to punch.
oh, okay, all right. You promise? You promise?
Promise.
All
You
right.
always get to punch stuff with us. You know that.
It has been pretty good for the punching.
What did he give me? I forgot to look at it.
So as you look down, you actually see that it is the sculpture of himself.
Great. Awesome. Who's got a bag of holding?
Why do I have to carry it?
I don't have a bag. I just wanted to. He gave it to me. I don't want. We can break it or whatever. I just don't want him to scry on it.
Wow.
I will hand it to her because I really.
Holy
It's pretty
crap.
shoddy work, right? I assume. I've never seen any other wood carvings, but he was so
It looks-
pretentious.
It
I
looks
mean, I could
enough
probably-
like you recognize him, so there's that.
I could probably just like smash it if you want.
Okay, question. Are we staying? Not staying? It's totally fine if not.
I would have preferred to figure something out from Yara, but if she's
I couldn't find her.
ghosted, then that's on her.
Maybe I've seen her.
No, let's
I
go to
think
the silent
Yara's
scene.
quite powerful enough. If she wanted to find us and catch up with us, she could.
Didn't she say she was friends with a bunch of the guild mages back in your big city?
Yes.
The time guy?
She basically is the
The time.
head of the guild, of the war guild, so yes.
Okay, well, I'm sure there's someone who can zap her to us.
Sounds
But
great.
if we're not staying, Rocky, please, I would love it if you could crush this with your hand.
Ooh, all right. I'm gonna crush it.
Oh man. Okay. Nothing happens. It breaks.
Awesome. That felt good. Did it feel good? He was really creepy.
I don't know. I was kind of hoping for a little more, but
Oh, it's all right. We'll find something to punch.
all right.
Fantastic.
All right. So, Hero, I think you might be our new captain.
Set up a-
Sorry, what?
No. No.
I
No.
love how long this debate is going. This is great.
I'm just saying, no one else really seems to want it.
No.
Yeah, I don't
Brand,
think.
Brand did mention he might be a good quartermaster, though.
Is that the one with the high wisdom?
High wisdom,
Oh, then yeah.
skill, navigator skills.
If you wanted to do more around the ship.
I I've been formally asked, so yes, I will take that role.
Good. How do we get to this spot?
You asking me?
Here's Mecon's navigation.
That's your job now.
Oh,
Figure
that's
out how
the
to use it.
quartermasters. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will try to figure out where we're going.
So, do you have proficiency in navigator's tools?
I don't.
Okay. You have a set of navigator's tools, but because you were not proficient, you can't add your proficiency bonus.
Cool.
We're going to call this a wisdom roll.
Just straight.
Yep.
Okay. Natural 18 plus 5. 23.
Okay, 23. So, with the help of no more feedback, Charles. At least not that I can tell.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah. With the help of the stone spirits in the key, you're able to pull up the arcane holograms that represent the topography of Athanasia, and pretty quickly see the indicators that there are islands out in the Siren Sea. There are marshes. There's the Wizard's Tower. Which location are you trying to find?
Say that one more time.
Oh, yeah, we're going to this
sorry.
island. It's over here, or it's over here.
Yeah, the one just south of the towers.
It was on an island above the water, right?
I'm presuming
I
so.
just don't even look at him, and I just show hero. It's either here or over here, but let's try here first. It's closer.
Okay, so you're able to locate the Siren Sea, and you're able to more or less find the general direction you need to go. From your current location, it's going to be a good deal south and a good deal west. So if you go southwest from your current location, you'll probably be going the right direction. You're going to pass between Euzoria and the Renai Forest on your way. And you're actually probably going to be coasting pretty close to the Marshes of Madness, at least where you think they are, and also the Tower of Towers. So on the way, you do have a large enough settlement that it shows up on the map. So those of you who have the map open, you can see that there's the 60-degree mark for the longitude and latitude. And then south of that, sort of south a little bit to the west, is that dot on the outskirts of the forest. It's not marked because the stone spirits don't know what that settlement is called, but they know it exists, and so there is a marker showing that it's there.
How long is this going to take us?
Oh, dang it, you're asking me to come up with the
Well, I'm
information.
actually asking our quartermaster, but apparently doesn't know anything.
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
the quartermaster is going to know what the DM knows, and the DM has to remember exactly. Okay, I think that distance was that. So that's, you're guessing somewhere between 5 and 6 days.
Okay.
Buckle in.
I mean, I guess we're just going to hope that the world doesn't end in bad time. Cool.
We could totally, go for a day if we see a big tree, park.
Well, I mean, honestly, the divination stone is the best route that we have, so let's do that.
So 6 days of travel.
About that time. Who would it be? Rocky. You feel a worried voice enter your mind.
Okay. Can I be cooking when it comes into my?
Yes. You're sitting there stirring boiling water, and you're flipping over a now well blackened piece of bread, and you're just about ready to add a whole like packet of rations into the boiling water. The paper and string and everything. Just shove the whole thing in.
Because they always add stuff to water. I remember
Yep.
that.
You're gonna make some soup.
Yep.
You've heard that's a thing.
Yep. They like soup.
So as you're sitting there stirring your water and adding an entire rations packet to it, a voice enters your mind and it says, "Hello, I think this is Rocky. Is this you? This is Yara. I need your help. I think I'm somewhere inside the inn. I'm not entirely sure. It's dark. And that's about where it cuts off.
Oh crap! Is this another side mission? All right.
How long have we been traveling?
All right, lift the anchors.
Or have we not started yet?
No, dude. We were literally about to take off.
Oh, we haven't started yet? Okay.
No, like you were getting the engines going, and then all of a sudden, bing!
Hey, Captain. Oh no. Hey, anybody? I guess.
We still haven't decided who the captain is.
It's Ronnie.
Yara
Yes.
Sure, why not? Yara just talked in my head, and she's like stuck in the inn.
Who was Yara?
She's the new wizard lady.
You've
She
met her.
she knew Mekon.
In Eusoria. I don't know.
Oh yeah. That little chestnut.
Yara, you there? Yara?
She said she was in the inn, but I thought Hero checked the inn.
I did check the inn. No one. The bartender was creeped out because of the adventures, but she didn't see it, or they didn't see her, or never said.
Hey, all I know is
The barkeep was creeped out.
Well, he was creeped out because the guy who was flirting with me was super creepy and skeevy. Pretty sure that was the intent.
what does skeevy mean? I don't know that word.
He wanted me to go up and sleep with him.
Like me, but only worse.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jareth is-
Rocky means that you can punch.
I mean, like everyone needs sleep, though, right?
Okay, let's. We probably should go help her, right? We don't need.
Me in my head and said she needed help.
Can you describe this person?
I will describe Edward Scissorhands, Edward Scimitar Hands, with his imp. I will describe all of the party members that I saw, actually, including the dragon.
Okay. So the description that she gives you,
And also what he said they were here for, even though it was not very detailed.
Yeah, I
Yes.
was preparing a child for bed, so I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, right.
right? So to bring everybody up to speed, and also because I feel like it, I'm going to go ahead and show you the minis for these guys. This is Celtiel.
I'm no more. I'm only impressed because of the paint job.
Well, thank you. What is that?
The lead singer of The Cure.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Canon now.
My wife loves The Cure.
This was the woman that was wearing the brass armor at the table
With the matching dragon.
with the matching dragon. This is, of course, the matching dragon.
Cute.
He looks familiar.
Nope. This one. There we go. That's the dude with the burnished red skin and the horns.
Did he seem infernal?
How would your character know that?
I know what I am.
Fair enough. We'll call it an insight check.
I would have probably stared at him a little bit more in person because of this insight. Non-natural 20.
Oh, okay. You don't get the demonic vibe off of him.
Interesting. Okay.
Has horns, burnished reddish skin, but not demonic specifically now.
Draconian? Draconic?
Not draconian. He doesn't have any dragon-like features.
Okay. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. But that's who they were. I can't imagine that they have anything to do with this. I say sarcastically. They were the only people at the inn that seemed like they were taking up space.
Right. Rocky,
Yeah.
let's go punch.
It's a little concerning. Barkeeps don't tend to get creeped out very easily. They tend to see a lot of creepy crap to begin with, so it's kind of their day to day. So if they're skeeved out by these guys, ooh.
It tipped me off. I kind of played along a little bit to see if it would give me anything of information, but it really didn't. So
I'm sure that's what you were looking for.
That was absolutely what I was looking for.
Okay. I mean.
Insight check. Natural 20 plus 10.
Very nice. No, you're full of shit. Let's go.
All right. You all exit the key. You march off in the direction of the town.
I locked it behind us.
We passed Melbog again.
He's still heading toward the inn. Hello. Goodbye.
Quick thing.
Yes.
It is 8:50. We missed a break. Do we want to take one real quick before
let's do that.
Get into this? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome.
All right. So those of you on Twitch will be back in about 5 minutes.
Be right back, screen. All right.
Man, I have never tried so hard to stall. I'm really hoping Chad comes back.
Oh, yeah.
So, Heath, Allison, how are you all doing this evening?
A lot better than last week.
Good.
We have slept since then.
Excellent. That is generally a good thing.
Poor little guy. I think he's got 3 or 4 teeth coming in all at once.
Mm.
Yeah, he just decided to cut all his teeth at the same time.
Ow.
Yeah, that's why last week we were just...
Also, my sinuses were trying to explode.
Yeah.
Inside. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So most the first half of last week, we were maybe getting 2 hours of sleep at a time.
Oh crap!
Between him waking up and then screaming. So
yeah. Well, I hear that kids will do that.
Yeah.
So, tomorrow is my big court date day. So we'll see how that goes. Everyone keeps telling me that I've got the best possible world of divorce situations. So it shouldn't be that big a deal. But since I've never done it before, I'm jittery and uncertain.
Yeah, I can't imagine it ever really being a good thing, but
so I'm glad I've got D&D to distract me. That's nice.
Was I the only one?
No, everyone, Dave just got back.
Oh, okay.
I've already been up a whole bunch of times.
You were the only one, Chelsea.
I'm so sorry.
Charles is making a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Or so, I don't know. He was. I could see him in the background in his kitchen doing things.
I'll be honest, when I first saw Todd's background, I actually thought he was somewhere else and not at home.
Where's your mask?
Technology!
It's pretty cool looking.
It is. Yeah.
Dude, if we had a bar, well, okay, we had a bar that's cool in town, but unfortunately it closed down. But yeah, I probably would be playing there if it was open and it wasn't stupid COVID times. Freaking the oh crap! What O'Dooley's?
Oh,
Francis O'Dooley's. It's now AJ's Pizzeria.
Oh yeah, isn't that over by where
It's right by Huscarl.
Carl's? Yeah.
Yep. Isn't House Carl? Didn't that used to be Lucky Dogs? So they had so O'Dooley's was the Irish pub, and it was an actual like Irish pub with like hardwood floors, the nice bar, minstrel corner. Actually had a guy come in on Saturdays and played traditional Irish folk songs. It was awesome. And then next door they had your traditional traditional sports bar where all Chads went to go hang out and drink Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bomb.
All the
That
Chad.
word is tonight.
Chad says not in reference to our friend.
Chad is like the least Chad.
Sorry, anybody on Twitch. Oh yeah, we're not doing Twitch, right? Our Twitch is paused right now. So, but yeah, yeah. Lucky Dogs was a sports bar right next door. But yeah, that was my favorite place to go because it was just so cool going in there. Like I'm fairly introverted. I really don't like going places like bars and stuff. That's like the one place I would go.
Am I the only one who can't see Charles' screen, or is it just off?
Just you. I can see him.
I'm gonna refresh. I don't know why I can't see him. I've not been able to see him all night. I just thought he wasn't on video.
I think that's a Google Meet thing.
Here is an alternative for you if you're interested. If you go to the three dots in the bottom right-hand corner and say change layout,
Oh yeah.
there's auto and then there's tiled. And if you use tiled and just turn the number of tiles at the bottom of the screen all the way up, you should be able to see everybody.
I mean, I see he's there. It's just a circle with his initial in it. It's not actually his camera. So I'll just.
There we are. I think if your connection starts to slow, it'll start to shut off video streams.
That might be true.
For audio.
You have
But
been
we're gravy.
You've been a mystery box since the night started.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, Chelsea, you are muted.
All right.
I
was saying you've been a mystery box since the night started. I've been able to see everybody but you this entire time. And now I can't see Jay's map. What?
I can't.
Hang
No,
on.
that's
I
not
can't
me.
see his map either. It is just a monster.
Just, okay.
the Gabberduck.
That's the Jabbergluck. Oh my gosh. Freaking
No mess with again.
Wow. Oh, I tried so hard to get this thing to work. Give me a second.
It's fine.
Apparently, if somebody calls me, then I have to reset the orientation on this thing. Balls.
I'm surprised how much, without having a green screen, how well virtual backgrounds are working.
It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good.
It's not perfect, no, but in like Meet's really good. Skype was really good. I don't know why, but the giant company right now, Zoom, their virtual background sucks. You pretty much have to have a full light kit and green screen in order to make it work really well, or just have a really well lit room.
Looks good.
Yay!
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, good.
There's all of us.
Oh, okay. So, get back to
I'm
Mars.
live again.
Okay, good.
Dave's out.
He was being direct.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna use the restroom.
What the break was for? Jeez.
It's our time, man. Break me however long we want it. Yeah. We're the bosses.
I'm kind of hoping that Google Meets becomes more popular because honestly, Zoom has given us so much issues.
I have been able to resist putting Zoom on my computer so far.
It's not. I mean, I use Zoom all the time at work. I haven't had any problems with it, but then again, I mean, for our meeting purposes, there's 6 of us, so and we're all in the same geographic, except for one person. We have one guy who works in Seattle, who's in Seattle. Everybody else is local, so we probably all hit the same server farm. I don't know what the performance on it is for like large meetings and stuff, but overall, it seems to work pretty well. That I haven't had any problems with it. I've heard other people have issues, but so far I haven't seen anything. Have you guys been having issues, Charles?
Well, it was mostly because, like, whenever this first all went down, there were a couple of like high-profile hacks into Zoom,
That's part of why I didn't want to take it.
and so, well, but that's the thing is, like, honestly, it probably could have happened with anything. But our IT
Yeah,
department, they put up these firewall blocks for Zoom specifically.
I already know where this is
And
going.
yeah, so now, like, if I try to get onto Zoom through our actual network, the audio won't work, or like different things like that. So I guess it's not so much an issue with Zoom. It's just that
it's a combination of Zoom plus firewall. I know the exact issue because I actually had an issue with one of our members. We run a firewall forum, Cameron, and the issue is that throughout this whole thing, obviously Zoom's had a scale up their deployments of servers and whatnot. And the thing is they're doing that with AWS, and in order to make that work for the firewall has to know the IP address of the device in order to let the traffic through, depending on how locked down you are. And there is some two-way communication, so you do need to know that information. The thing is, Zoom doesn't publish that. And they do have like a list you can go and find if you know where to look. It is not easy to find, and they don't update it in a very timely fashion. So even though Zoom, let's say they may add 1,000 servers at a time, right? So that's 1,000 IP addresses that you need to jack into your firewall. Zoom's not publish that new list about a month or two later.
Oh, that's interesting.
So yeah, what I've actually had to do is do log analysis and go through, and I figured out kind of how Zoom works. Go through the logs, which now that I'm saying it, I just remembered I haven't checked them in like a week, so I need to go do that. I have to go through the logs, basically match on the traffic patterns, find the IP addresses that don't match what I already have, and then go submit that to our firewall vendor to have them update an automatic list system. The benefit of doing it that way is that anybody, it's Fortinet, so anybody uses FortiGate firewalls. The benefit there is whenever I update that, everybody gets that information in the whole world. So it's a handful of IPs at a time, unfortunately, but yay, technology.
None of that.
I was going to say I feel really bad for getting upset at the IT guys because it's more complicated than I thought.
Have yeah. Oh my god, I won't go into detail, but yeah, that was a big issue last fall for us and for this one school district at least. So, but yeah, I know exactly what your IT department's going through there with Zoom, and honestly, that's Zoom's fault. Honestly, that is Zoom's fault. Zoom could be a little bit more proactive in saying what those IP addresses are.
Hey Jay, this is the same day as our Yara discovery, right?
Yeah.
Did we by chance have time for a short rest while Rocky was cooking? I totally forgot about what state we were all in, or at least some of us.
You have been running around.
Yeah, would we have while Rocky was making breakfast?
I mean, everybody else would probably have had time for a short rest, but you've been traveling back and forth and doing some. So unless you'd like to spend another hour just not doing anything,
No, that's fine.
okay.
That's fine. That's cool.
I'll be okay.
I'll be fine.
Are you bleeding profusely or what?
I am spicy. I am less.
You-
I am at
I
less than
just
50%.
bought these health potions. Do you already need one?
Oh, that,
I'm sorry that I
I mean,
ran.
technically nobody really ate dinner, so how about good berries for everybody?
How many can I eat
All right.
without getting sick?
Restarted the.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh no! Sorry, hang on. I'll start again.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot. We're back.
Yay! Welcome back. Okay, so you all arrive in not as good shape as you could be at the Inn of Sifu. How would you like to proceed?
Well, can we pause there just for a second? So there was a question on the table of a short rest. Did all of us except Hero get a short rest?
All of you have the time to take a short rest. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to spend a couple hit die here.
Is that a pool that we all take from for the good berries, or 20 for everyone?
I guess you can have all 20 if you need them.
Better than nothing. I will chomp on 20 good berries. That's 1 hit point per, right?
Yeah. You need more than that.
Do you need a health potion? Like, how bad does she look? I haven't.
I guess I could do the healing spirit instead.
I am at 57 hit points out of 89.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go.
You're above half. That's fine.
I was gonna say you've been walking around at 30.
I was running. You forget what you're doing and you're running.
Fine.
Right.
Oh wait, where's Nobog?
I mean, he's probably still on the way wherever he was going.
I will look for Nelbog.
You see that he's now about halfway past the inn to the other side of town.
Great, I'm gonna run to him.
Okay.
And I will catch his shell as I to help me slow down, and trust his stability, and be like, hey, I'm back. Can I?
Oh, hello, my friend. How are you?
I am so great. I have a favor to ask.
I didn't expect you to come and visit so soon.
It has been 2 hours.
I know.
It's really great to see you. I didn't bring you a present. I'm sorry. Can you heal me? I'm so sorry to ask.
You're literally coming up to me to ask me to spend my spells on you?
I am, and I'll owe you one. You can trust me, right?
Make a persuasion check.
22.
I haven't had friends like this in a long time.
I'm so glad I can do that for you.
He will bonk your head with his staff, and you will heal 13 hit points.
Better than nothing. I feel so much better. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome,
I'm gonna pat him on his shell again.
my good friend.
I'll always be here for you, buddy. And I'm gonna run back.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go back to the group.
Okay. Okay. You all arrive at the inn.
Wonderful. Love it.
All right. What would you like to do?
Show us your creepy friend.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, why don't I go in first and distract them a little bit? I don't know. What are we doing? What's our plan? I don't know anything about these guys.
Rocky, did she give you any sort of location?
She just said she was stuck somewhere in the inn.
Did she mention if it was somewhere dark, maybe? Was that anything like that?
No, it's
She stopped talking.
My character needs my player knowledge. Quick, tell me the
No, she stopped talking like halfway through what she was saying. It seemed like.
Okay, because that'd just be really useful information. Alrighty. I guess.
So Hero, you going in first, or
I can at least. I mean, they've seen me. They know. They just think that I'm some girl that their guy in tight ass leather likes. I mean,
Oh, that is tight ass. First mate, would you care to visit with the barkeep?
he did seem weirded out when in proximity with them. So
Sure, I will go and speak with the barkeep.
I'm gonna go in. I'll go in first so that it looks like we're not together. Like they're not with me.
Are any of them outside right now?
roll a perception check.
Yeah, that could totally just screw that pooch.
See, perception. That would be an 11.
So as you're looking around outside the entrance, you don't see anybody specifically answering the description of the people that Hero mentioned. There are people coming and going, of course, and there are maybe a couple people know, but nobody that looks like the people that Hero described.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to go in and have a look around, and then I'll wait a couple minutes and then come in and start talking up the barkeep.
I'll go with Jareth.
Okay.
Rocky, let's go grab a table.
okay.
So I hear Rocky and Bran going in at the same time as Hero.
30 seconds after.
Okay. So Hero, you walk in. What's your approach?
Do I see them at their table?
Yeah. So you walk in. You once again see the same, more or less, scene that you saw before. Some of them have shifted places. It looks like they've got a couple more, mugs. And the brass dragon is now happily munching on the largest piece of mutton you've ever seen, raw. Thank you very much. And they're still discussing their maps. The woman sits down a little exasperatedly and sort of just rests her arms on the sides of the chair, reaches forward for her mug, and then sits back again and sort of catches sight of you. And she says, "Oh, bloody hell. Hello." And of course, Peltiel turns your direction. He says, "Ah, marvelous. She returns. The goddess made flesh. How are you? It has only been maybe what? An hour?"
Well, all of my things have been tied up. I'm gonna run my hand over his shoulder.
At the mention of the words "tied up" and you running your hand over his shoulder, he just sort of gets this little shiver of joy, and he says, "My goodness, if she came on any stronger, she'd be this mug of ale." And he downs as much of it as he can, and he says, "Darling, I've discussed it with my party members, and as their leader," and the girl in the chair kind of get, right, yes, their leader. Good. And he says, as I was saying, I thought it was a good idea to stick around for the fight later this evening. And as it turns out, they've all agreed with me. And you catch sight of the horned man rolling his eyes and just sort of catching the glance of the dragon and going, "Yes, we have all decided to stick around. It is a good idea. We should all do it together tonight. We should definitely not keep going on the adventure that we definitely have planned."
I'm going to kind of dip and hook my arm under his and like urge him out of the seat. Can I talk to you private? And
Well,
start pulling him. I'm not gonna leave the room, but I'd like to pull him to like the corner opposite of where the barkeeper is.
Okay.
An empty corner.
about this time, Rocky and Bran will walk in, and he catches sight of them, and he kind of goes, "My goodness, a gemstone man! Look at that! Have you ever seen anything as priceless as that?"
I told you I'm new here. That's weird.
My goodness. "My good man," and he'll get your attention, Rocky.
I'm not a man.
Lord Gemstone Puddin.
Ignore him. Let's just get our drinks.
Oh yeah, that's me. Oh. Bye.
Tell me, do you have a
And I walk away.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep tugging him my direction.
okay. His greedy eye is weaker than his
Yeah. Well, I will say I've got something
greedy eyes.
I've got something much more interesting for you over here.
Sure, yeah. So she pulls Celtiel over to the corner, yeah. Yes, darling. Now you have me alone.
Yeah. I will spin him around and like push him up against the wall.
Yeah. He goes a little bit more willing than you would have expected your push to push him.
And I just want to distract him while they do what they're doing.
Fair enough.
In fact,
let's
I
go
want
ahead.
to make it like kind of obvious so that his parties kind of can't look away. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Kind of thing.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Let's call this a deception check, shall we?
Sure. I will use my inspiration for that.
Excellent. Roll for flirting.
Roll for flirting. Okay, so that will be a total of... I lost where I was. Deception.
Deception.
Only 15.
Okay. The dragon and the horned man look at each other and are both actually a little impressed with the scene that's going on, and you don't really have a lot of like it's a bit of a distance from where you are to where they are at the moment, but you notice that the white-haired woman is just like grossed out and like holding her face and just going, oh.
Cool. Well, I'm just doing it to provide cover if they need it.
So Bran and Rocky, you arrive at the bar?
No, we just took a seat at a table.
Okay, you took a seat at a table. Excellent. How long until Ronnie and Jareth show up?
A couple minutes later.
Okay, so we'll say this all has taken about 2 minutes. You all walk in together.
Yes, darling, this is the place I was telling you about. Yes, this one. This is the inn.
Oh yeah.
Barkeep, two ales, please.
He'll look in your direction and he'll say, Jareth?
Yes.
I thought you had left on a very important mission to save the world or something. Why are you back here in Sifu? He'll put your ales up on the counter.
That was supposed to be a secret mission, but okay. Good to see you again.
Yes.
One of my party members or acquaintances has gone missing. Last seen here, and I describe Yara.
Okay.
Have you seen her?
So as you describe Yara, he gets visibly more sort of like tense and like shifty and like I wouldn't know anything about that. What about you? What have you been up to? And he starts polishing glasses that are already dry.
Insight.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
Can I roll insight as
Or
well?
sorry, not 11. Not 11. That's 11 plus 7. That's how much my bonus is. It's a. I haven't played in a while.
11 is your bonus?
I forgot
Yeah.
to know.
No, the roll is a
Heavens,
7.
man.
It was a 17. So 17 plus 11.
28?
28. Yes.
Very different than 11.
Yes, very different than 11.
Ronnie opens her mouth to be all like, I'm pretty sure. And then Jared is like, aha! I know exactly what's going on. Jareth, you've seen this look on this actual bartender before. You know that this is the look that he gets when he's let's see. Times when he knows that he has done something wrong. And
Just spot on with those.
times when he knows that he has done something wrong, but he definitely doesn't want anyone to find out because he knows that it would ruin his business if someone did.
Haven't seen her then. That's okay. I sip, and as I'm sipping, let me check something real quick.
Sure.
Consulting the tomes. I'm just gonna chit chat for a second and then say, "Excuse me, I'm gonna have to go and visit the privy. One moment." And I excuse myself from Ronnie, and I get up and head off toward the toilet.
Okay.
Once I'm in the toilet, I'm gonna cast message.
Okay.
On the targets the bartender, and I'm gonna say, "Only you and I can hear this. Keep it brief. Tell me what you know."
Okay, fair enough. The barkeep says, actually, 1 second. Let me look up the spell message. Just a moment.
If I wrote it down, it should be on the player's handbook, page 259.
I've got it in front of me. I've got D&D Beyond up.
D&D Beyond. Yeah.
Okay, so Ronnie, you watch the barkeep like straighten up a little bit, like look around, look back in the direction of the privy, and then he says, "Refill? I'll get it right now." and he walks that direction. You can hear him begin to whisper to himself. But since he's out of earshot, you can't hear quite what he's saying. In response to your spell, Heath, he says, "Look, I don't want any trouble, but someone didn't pay their tab, and I heard that there were a lot of deaths, and I didn't want any of it to come back to me, so I just took care of it." And that's all he gets.
I better not be making out the scab for no reason.
I kind of hope you are, but that's just.
Seeing as you have that up, I just want to confirm that that's a cantrip, right?
The what? The message spell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
impressive.
Well, it's not the same as sending. It's got a range on it, whereas sending is the one that has like unlimited and like I think goes extra planar and stuff too. So, yep, I'm gonna cast it again. It's like,
okay.
Can you meet me in the privy or someplace else?
Uh,
I will meet you in. I will sneak into the back room. You need to change out your barrels.
He turns around, looks at you, Ronnie, and he says, "Looks like I'm all out of ale. I'll have to go get some more. Be right back." Turns and walks in. You watch him go down a spiral staircase nearby.
Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on the other group while he's gone.
Very good. Jareth, I assume you follow him and go down to the barrels. Okay. He like sort of is like sitting nervously on top of one of the crates, and he, as soon as you walk down the stairs, he looks up at you and he says, "What are you? What's going on here? Why are you all being nosy into my business? You've never been this nosy before."
True, but somebody who I know has gone missing, and that person went missing in your bar.
Well, I have to get my payment somehow. It wasn't coming quietly. I had to put her into the closet.
She's just in the closet?
Yes, until she pays. Well, let's see. She brought 5 with her, 6, so 120 gold.
Were they having a party?
No, she said she was in town looking into something, some sort of business.
And she drank, and her and her 5 companions drank 120 gold worth of your stock.
No, it was the rooms too.
Okay.
I had that adventuring party come into town, and they needed rooms for the day.
Okay, so she's in the closet upstairs. Where's the rest of
them? He looks behind himself, and you
make you roll an insight on that.
You know that he's got his storeroom is down here, of course, but he's got other rooms down here as well.
Hey, don't put people. You have a constabulary. Don't put people in closets. I'll give him his 150 gold or 120 gold.
Yeah, 120 gold.
Yeah, get her out here.
He looks at it. All right. But they're not welcome here anymore. And he stands up and he goes toward the back. Meanwhile, in the main area, are you helping Celtiel enjoy himself?
I guess I am.
Okay.
Till we're done.
He's into it. At a certain point, though, you notice that the adventurers at the table appear to be looking the rest of you over a little more pointedly than they were before. One of them leans into the other. The horned man with the burnished skin looks over at the woman and whispers something. Anybody looking is able to see that they're talking to one another, and then both of them look in the direction of Rocky. And then the dragon sort of raises its head and leans closer to hear what they're saying, and then looks the direction of Rocky, and he sort of gets this look on his face, and he shakes his head. And then the horned one sort of like pokes his finger at the map on the table and like starts to basically pronounce emphatically, something that he feels like is very important. And after a second or two, the woman sort of she calls out and she says, "Celtiel, we really ought to be going now." Celtiel, of course, does not respond.
Do I sense my team still trying to do their stuff? Like, what's going on in the rest of the...
I don't know. Rocky, Bran, what are you guys doing?
We're just seeing how far this goes. Rocky, I bet 1 gold piece she gets to second base.
I don't want it.
What's a base?
You know what? Honestly, I don't even
okay.
know.
How long has it been? Like, how long have we been in here?
Several minutes at this point. I mean, at least I'd say at least 5 to 10.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. As soon as they start like calling for him, I will like shove him a little harder against the wall and break it off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I will just kind of tweak his chin.
Okay.
Flirtatiously, and then I will walk away.
Okay. He
not
will.
Towards the stairs, not towards the stairs.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Which direction are you walking?
I'm just gonna walk to the door. You know what? I'll walk to the door.
All right. He thinks it's part of the game, so he'll continue to engage.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He comes up behind you and grabs you around your waist or something.
Oh, all right. Well.
Okay, sounds great.
I'll lean over to Bran. I have no idea what's going on right now.
I don't want to.
Selthiel, I guess, goes outside with you. The horned man and the white-haired woman share one final glance and just say loudly, "Well, we might as well amuse ourselves while we're here." She picks up her empty ale glass, chucks it across the tavern, and misses your head, Rocky, by a wide margin. And she says, "Care to duke it out, handsome?" She'll draw her sword, and it immediately glows a fiery red.
I mean, sure.
Excellent. And the horned man will likewise pull his own sword, which also flares into life with fiery magic. And then he lifts his shield up from next to the table, and he'll say, "Clear a space, start your bets." And the two of them will both charge at you.
Wait. Outside.
The woman rolls a natural 20 on you. Roll initiative.
Can I hear this from outside?
You hear a commotion for sure. About this time, Jareth, you're coming upstairs. So we've got,
damn.
we're gonna go Rocky and Bran. We're over in this corner, let's say. And
hey, map.
Hey, it's a thing. We had the dude with the sword and the lady with the sword stand up and do their thing. Dragon laying there on the ground. Stealthiel has just left with Hero, the barkeep, who I have, but I don't know where he is. Is over there. Jareth is just now coming up from the staircase. Ronnie is sitting at the bar. And I think that's everybody. Yeah, sure. Okay, so initiative ready. 5, 20. Okay, 15 to 20.
18.
Oh,
that's fitting.
Oh no, I gotta find the things. There it is. Yeah. And then that's that. No. Yes. Aha, there it is. Okay. So great. Okay. Oh, nice. So
Just so I can better plan, are these wood floors, dirt? Is there a basement?
they are wood floors above frozen. Well, no, because there's multiple floors. Yeah, wood floors.
Okay, there's no ground right underneath it though.
No, because there are several lower levels.
Okay, that's what I wanted to figure out.
Yeah. So, and then Rocky, you had a what? 19?
18.
18. Other 15 to 20s? 10 to 15?
12.
Sorry, I 17.
Rounding to 17.
I was reading stuff.
Very good. 10 to 5? 0 to 5? Oh, man. Hero has 3. Hero, what would you get?
Oh, I didn't know I was rolling. Sorry.
Yeah.
11.
11. All right, so Hero is at 11. Jareth is at Rocky, Ronnie, Hero. Oh, what was yours, Bran?
Oh, 12.
Oh, okay. So 12. All right. Okay. The two members of the Fiery Five come at you. The woman slashes at you with her flaming sword. Let me check who this is. That's what I'm looking for. Great. All right. So she. Nope, that's not who I'm looking for. I'm trying to. There we go. Okay. She got a natural 20. So 39 points of damage. Slashing and fire from her greatsword. And then,
And what?
and then the flaming knight with the horns. Where is he? There he is. will also attack you with a mighty 17. Does that hit?
No, it does not.
And then
What does he attack me with?
A flaming scimitar.
Okay. Can I grab it?
I don't
thematically.
know.
Just
Sure. Sure.
Yep.
So you've got his scimitar in your hand now.
Yeah, just before it hits me in the face or something.
All right. So you smack me with a flaming sword. Shame on you. Smack me with another flaming sword. Shame on me. That brings it down to Rocky.
Okay, so I can't really see. Can I make this bigger?
What you can do is if you pin it to the screen, so you hover over the image.
Yeah, there we go.
And it gets big.
Okay, so my question is, are either of them between me and the door?
So you do have the door right here.
Okay.
This is we're gonna say like one of those hanging mug racks. So it's just a line of sort of it's not obstructing anything. It's just hanging from the ceiling sort of situation. Same sort of thing over here. This is the privy where Jareth went to the bathroom. Fireplace, table, some chairs. This entire wall here opens up on like large glass windows that look out over the snow pit. So the snow pit is this direction. This is the bar area, and this is the actual bar itself. Stack of wood for the fireplace, the stairs that go downstairs. Yeah.
Okay, so like the door is not, but like there's not a direct line between the door.
So this is you, and this is the woman, and she's standing right in front of you, and then this guy's standing right next to you.
So I'm going to try something here that I haven't ever actually tried before.
Okay.
I'm going to trigger my Ring of the Ram.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm going to use all 3 charges. And I'm going to attack the woman.
Okay.
And I might add... Oh, no, that's pretty good. 26 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, so she's going to take... 7, 8. 8 plus 13 is 36 points of damage and is pushed 15 feet.
36 damage. Pushed 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. Does she fall on her on the ground, or does she stay standing?
It doesn't say whether she goes prone. It just says pushed. But I would love it for her to be blown through that rack of mugs.
Okay, so we'll say you come up from below with a solid uppercut, and your Ring of the Ram throws her flying through the air and just like smashing through glass works and such. I'll give her a dexterity saving throw to see if she can land on her feet. She does. She does a backflip and then like lands on the ground and slides and does that like 3-point landing. And then she sort of like squints her eyes at you, smiles, and says, "Ah, finally a challenge." Is that your turn?
I mean, I could move, but I'll get hit. So yeah, I guess that's my turn.
All right, so good. Ronnie, you're up.
All right, so the 2 people went after him.
Yeah.
And
the dragon is still laying on the floor here. There. Rocky's here. The knight is there.
Can I actually, after I punch her, can I say, "I said, let's take it outside"?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay at the bar drinking a beer, but I'm going to be like You heard him outside. And then I'm gonna cast my blood curse of bloated agony on the lady. I'm gonna amplify it.
And what does that do?
It's a DC 14,
Okay.
and they curse them to painfully swell until the end of their next turn. For the duration of the curse, actually, I'm amplifying it so it lasts a minute.
Okay.
For the duration of the curse, the creature has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks and suffers 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or range attack during its turn.
Okay. The DC is 14. What's the save? Like Constitution?
Constitution.
Constitution. Okay. She succeeds. What is that? What happens?
I have nothing.
Oh, really? So
I
it's
don't
just a save or everything? Bloated agony. Okay.
It just says it ends if they make the save.
This is a blood hunter ability, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Oh, it can't make it can't make the save yet. It has to wait until the end of its turn.
Ah, okay. So then I will not count that. That's fine. So
she can try at the end of her turn every time.
So a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you painfully swells until the start of your next turn. For the duration, the creature has disadvantage on stealth if it suffers. It makes more than one melee. Okay. It lasts for 1 minute, and at the end of each of its turns, it gets a Constitution saving throw. Great. So she's going to continue to experience this until the end of her next turn.
Only if she makes her save.
Well, it's to the end of her next
But
turn.
I amplified it, so that's a minute.
Right. So it would normally end. So she doesn't get a save until the end of her next turn. So she takes 1d8 necrotic, no matter what.
5.
Okay. Her body bloats horrifically, and you begin to see these like sort of purplish tearing through her skin as it expands abnormally, and she kind of Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm just going to drink my ale.
All right, not a brand.
Has anyone attacked the Fire Knight or the Dragon?
Not yet.
Fantastic. I will use Charm Monster on both of them. DC
Okay.
19.
Let me double check Charm Monster. A creature you can see within range. Fair enough. DC is what?
19.
19 wisdom?
Yep.
And the Fire Knight. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, it's advantage if you or your companions are fighting it.
Well, neither one of us attacked, right?
Well, they're in combat with, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, okay. Your spell takes effect, and you see the dragon's head sort of lift up and look in your direction. And then the Fire Knight sort of looks down at you and he says, "You're a..." Hang on, I gotta get the accent just a second. You're a very adorable little man. What are you doing in a place like this?
I was just leaving, actually.
Oh, how nice. You don't want to join a friendly brawl?
No.
Very good.
And I'll walk
nice
out and
day.
whistle to the dragon.
The dragon looks at you.
Come on.
I don't particularly want to go. Thank you, though.
Oh. That's very polite of him, but all right.
I'd like to keep an eye.
I guess I wasn't sure the intelligence level of this dragon.
Yes, I'm not a dog. But you're welcome to leave. As you please.
Take care. And I will walk out.
Very well. Hero, you're up.
Do I have to maintain concentration, or does it? I actually didn't see that on the spell.
Nope, it just has a duration of an hour.
Okay.
Hero,
I'll
you're
tell
up.
everyone else not to attack them.
Are you
Leave them
leaving
alone.
the inn? Are you leaving the inn?
Bran is, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were
So
talking to Hero.
Bran walks past, and as the door opens, you hear the sounds of battle. Screams, things being thrown, stuff breaking, enormous explosions.
Oh, thank God, I say, and I don't care. I don't care why we're doing it. I'm gonna punch him.
Sounds great. You're punching Celtiel. Go ahead and make your attack.
19 plus 8, 27.
That will hit.
First one's, wow, that's terrible. First one's 4 points of magical bludgeoning. Stunning strike.
Oh. Okay.
With DC... Shit, where's my stuff? Sorry, hang on. DC 18.
What's the save?
Con.
DC 18 con. Fails. What happens?
He is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay. And how much damage total?
The first one was 4 points, but I'm going to flurry of blows and punch him 3 more.
Oh.
I'm gonna punch him 2 more times. Right?
All right.
But
Sure.
this time I'm going to, let's see. I hit him in the face the first time. I really hope it's startled, and then I will aim for the gut, and then I'll go for the groin. Why not?
Okay.
Oh wow, awful. Second attack is 16.
Well, remember that because he's stunned, all attack rolls against him now have advantage.
Oh, I rolled advantage.
Oh, okay, very good. And what's happening now? Although I should say, because you're now out in
it's daytime, so straight roll.
the open light, it would be a straight roll.
Well, I rolled a 7 and an 8. Do you just want me to roll again?
Nah, that's fine. It fails.
Okay. And then straight roll for the third one. That also fails because I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Oh wait, that would be a disadvantage. But he's stunned. Okay, so it doesn't matter. They both miss.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
So it's a straight roll.
I will just back up 5 feet and just give him a smile.
Okay, sounds great. He is stunned until the beginning or end of your next turn.
End of my next turn.
Okay, fair enough. 4 total damage then.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Well, you stunned him. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was Hero Jareth. You're just now coming up the stairs, and you see all mayhem breaking loose.
What is going on?
They wanted to fight. And I like fighting.
Okay. See, I'll go ahead. See, I see all 3 of them guys.
Yeah, the dragon is on the floor by the table. He's got his head up, just looking around, interestedly. The Fire Knight and the brass armored woman are both paying direct attention to Rocky.
And they both have weapons out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I will go ahead and cast Bane on those two then.
Okay. Save.
And the save is... Where'd it go? What? I had this written down. Hang on. There it is. Charisma save. Sorry, I haven't looked at my notes in a while.
All good.
$17.
All right. So the DC is 17. What's the save?
Charisma.
It's charisma 17. All right. The Fire Knight fails. The bloated, white-haired woman evidently saves.
Okay.
What's the effect?
1d4 penalty to attack and saves.
Okay. 1d4 penalty for attack and saves. And we are affecting the knight. Great.
And I will go ahead and move. I will go ahead and move up behind the knight.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and say as you pass by, the dragon attempts to bite your foot and pull it out from under you.
Oh, I thought he was just watching.
Now, it's a fair combat. Let them do their thing. He will make an attack of 15.
No. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's in. Wait, 15? Yeah, that hits.
Okay. His teeth will sink into the leather of your boot, dealing 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
But he'll kind of trip you up a little bit, but your movement is not slowed.
All right.
All right. That brings us down to, back up to the Fiery Five. We have Nahiri at the end of her turn. She gets a save. In the meantime, I guess it happens every turn, right? Let's see. For the duration, disadvantage and suffers if it makes more. 1d8 damage if it makes more than one melee or range attack during its turn. Aha. Okay, so technically she shouldn't have taken the necrotic damage, but that's okay. I'm getting used to this. So it happened. There it is. She is going to charge Rocky. And she'll come at him with her great sword again. She will actually, she's going to stay back where she is. That's right. And then she's going to, she's going to level her sword at right now. And she's going to roll a 24 to hit Rocky.
Yeah, that hits.
And she's going to deal 20 points of fire damage as a gout of flame emerges from her greatsword, as if the blade of the sword itself were composed of perhaps hard flame itself, and just this gush of fire overwhelms you and threatens to melt the sort of pointier bits of gemstone of your body into sort of more liquid composition. She will then turn in Ronnie's direction and 5, 10, 15, 20 do an acrobatics check, which she fails, and falls on her face on top of the table, attempting to leap over it and get at Ronnie. That was her. Dude turns your direction, holds his shield out in front of him toward you, Jareth, and then holds his sword out at Rocky, and he says, 2 against 1. I like these odds. And he will then...
She can try to make her con save since her turn ended.
He can, yes. She will try to make her con save. It's a what? DC?
14.
14. She succeeds. You watch as the blood curse begins to lessen, and you can still see the sort of black streaks of energy across her body, but her sort of skin dwindles back down to its usual shape. He will... Great, cool. He will spin in a circle, making an attack against each of you. One against Jareth goes wide. Rocky, he gets a 21. Does that hit?
Yes.
And then he will come back up toward Jareth and slash at you from below. 13.
Oh.
Okay. So Jareth proves to be wily and wiggly. He failed his save, so his attack is going to be reduced by 1. Rocky, does a 20 hit you?
No.
Okay. So where he would have been able to hit you, Rocky, the spell takes effect and his sword comes up just under your chin as you're able to sort of move back out of the way. He swears in what languages do you know, Jareth?
Common, Leonian, and Pigman.
Okay. Dave, I think you would actually know because you know Terran, and all elemental languages share, basically they're all dialects of the same primordial language. You recognize, with a heavy accent, of course, from you, a different dialect, but he swears in Ignan, I will burn the tree of your family until it is nothing but dust and ash. That brings us down to Rocky.
Okay, so did one of them hit me? Like, I took 20 points from her, and then you said, does the 21 hit you? And it does.
Yeah, I
And
did not take into account the bane that Jareth had cast on him.
okay. All right. Gotcha. Okay. So before I do anything,
Okay.
I don't know how to calculate any saves that they would take against magic against Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that's like wisdom based, I think.
Okay.
How do I calculate that? I'm just curious.
So the way we've been doing it, you're talking about casting spells out of your destruction stone, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so we've been treating it as the usual 10 plus. Oh, what is it? Is it proficiency bonus?
Plus,
and then
yeah.
And then you're going to add your highest mental stat.
Okay. And what is our proficiency right now? Is it 2?
Oh, it's much higher.
5. Okay.
So at least 15. And then what's your highest mental stat bonus?
Charisma.
Which is plus.
Okay. Plus 1. So 16 total? All right.
DC 16.
All right. Gotcha. Okay. So the guy right next to me hit me or tried to hit me?
Yeah, he got pretty close, but Jareth's magic caused him to fumble at the last second.
All right. I am going to take a full action attack on him.
Ooh, okay.
So 30 to hit the first.
Okay.
17 the second, and 26 the third.
The 17 does not hit.
Okay, so 2 of those hit.
Yep.
All right, so that's 10 plus 10, 20, 36 damage. Okay, so that's 36 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm going to. Sorry. I was looking at all the spells and I forgot this one. I'm going to burn a superiority die
Ooh, okay.
to disarming attack. So when I
Oh.
hit, I can extend 1 superiority die, add it to the damage, and he has to make a strength saving throw of DC 18 to not drop his weapon.
Okay. So what happens is the first blow lands, and because he's looking at Jareth, it like takes him by surprise. He turns around, swings his sword defensively, and then raises his shield as your second attack hits the shield. And then, of course, he comes around and tries to deflect your third blow. But unfortunately, as he moves his arm, the sword leaves his hand and goes flying.
Okay. He does take another 3 points of damage from that.
Okay, total of 39. Great. Anything else?
You know what? Sure. Action surge.
Oh, no.
Gonna
Okay.
do it again.
Do it.
21 to hit, natural 20, and another 21.
All of them hit.
All right, so that is, ooh, that's low. 4, 13, 18, 18 plus 18 is 36. And what do I do for the natural 20? Is that doubled?
Yeah, just double the number of dice that you roll and then add that all up with your usual bonus.
So that's 43 total points of damage.
Okay. 43, I'm good at math, but not that good. 82.
And that's my turn.
Whew. All right. Cole has taken 82 damage. That brings us down to Ronnie.
Is the woman with the great sword, she fell at the end of her turn. Did she
Yeah.
get back up, or she's still on the ground?
No, she attempted to jump this, and so 5, 10, 15, 20. That would have been a 25, which left her with a 5-foot movement left, and that's not enough to stand up.
Okay. So I'm sorry, it's been a long time. Would I be able to get a sneak attack on her since she's like?
Let me look up prone.
If you have advantage on prone.
So let's see. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage. So you can get within 5 feet by just moving there.
Okay. I'll pull out my alchemist hilt that I think had an ice blade on it.
Okay.
And I will attack with that.
All right. So as you pull out the hilt, you press the button that releases the liquid stored inside of the handle. And as it does so, anybody within sight can see this line of water emerge in a straight arc and then slowly crystallize and form sort of shards on either side, forming a blade.
All right. Okay. Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So it's going to do my sneak attack damage, and it's going to do 1d8 slashing damage and 2d8 cold damage.
Oof. Okay.
Is she a fire elemental by chance?
She is not a fire elemental, no.
Okay. If she was, she would take another d8.
However, what does the ability say?
It says if you hit a fire elemental or other flame creature, they take 3d8 cold damage, but the blade instantly melts.
Go ahead and do 3d8 cold damage.
Yay.
And your blade melts.
Okay. I have more blades. All right, hold on. It's math time. Ooh. 33.
Oof. Okay. On top of the 41, that's 74. All right. And so what happens is you come at her from above on top of the table, and she like flips around and just barely gets the sword up above her so that your sword and hers clash. And immediately there's this like explosion of steam as the two swords essentially begin canceling each other out, the equalization of energy where her sword, once essentially hardened fire, now cools very quickly into just this matte black blade with sort of runes and such inscribed on it. In the meantime, the blade of your sword completely melts, essentially leaving both of you in this sort of like a cloud of steam and water.
Okay. I would like to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And then get out of melee range. Can I run? I guess on the map it would be south.
This direction?
Yeah.
Okay. So 5, 10. How far do you go? Remember, you've got some window doors this direction. There's a staircase that goes down and also up. You can go behind the bar.
I'll go behind the bar.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. That was Ronnie's turn. Bran, you're up.
Well, it looks like they're fighting out here.
It's not a fight. Yeah.
Can I get to the door without entering their fiasco?
He's stunned, so he can't.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to enter anything, really.
Okay, I just don't want anywhere near that. I'm going to go back into the door, and I don't see Yara, though, do I?
Nowhere inside of the main tavern area, no.
Okay. Did we find her? Jareth?
Yes, she's downstairs, or she's coming upstairs right now.
Oh,
what's going on out here? Why are we fighting?
The girl in the night picked a fight with Rocky. I honestly don't care. I assume there's some half-drinking tankards or something.
Yeah, there's a number of tankards. There's just everywhere.
Okay, I'll grab one and I'll sit by next to the dragon.
Okay, so you let's see. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How much your movement speed?
30.
30. So you get in next to the dragon, looking around for. You find like just a fallen, half drunken, almost gone ale. You pick it up off the floor.
That's all I'm doing.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna sit next to him.
That was Brand Hero.
I'm gonna punch him again
Okay.
because he's still stunned. So
Yep.
straight roll.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna actually roll with D&D Beyond this time. Maybe it'll roll better than me.
Yay.
Nope, that's a 2.
Ooh. Okay.
Jeez, I am just Hero's not my character. Okay, flurry blows. What the heck? Maybe I can actually hit. 16.
Against Celtiel. 16
that
will hit.
It does
That will
hit.
hit. 16 will hit. He's outfitted in leather and buckles, man.
Cool. Well, the third one was an 18, so that's at least
Great.
something.
Well, there you go.
So first roll is gonna be 7 points of magical bludgeoning. Bludgeoning. The next one's gonna be 8, so 15 points. And then you know what? I'll stunning strike that last one. Let's keep this going. So I need a con save.
Okay. Natural 20.
Balls. All right, that's fine.
Literally balls. Celtiel was at 4 damage. You added another how much?
8 plus 7. 15.
15. So 19 total.
Yeah.
He snaps out of it at the end of your turn, and he Randy, my goddess, that is certainly foreplay if I've ever seen it. That's the end of Hero's turn.
Apparently, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Jareth, you're up, buddy.
Well, now that Jareth knows that this is supposed to be just a fair fight between people, he's going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and just put my hands up and back off to the sidewall and go, "Oh, my bad. Sorry." And
so disengage and retreat.
Yes,
Fair
leaving Bane up.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else from you, Jareth?
No, I will go ahead and hold an action to. I do have my. I'll go ahead and draw my. Why will I do that? No, I won't do it. That's it. That'll be my turn.
Okay. So at the top of the round, what happens is this: the Nahiri will stand up on the table and, drenched in water, now hair plastered to her face and shoulders, her previously burning sword now blackened and cool. The knight who looks around, finds the blade that he dropped, moves into position, picks up the blade, and then turns around and is about to strike Rocky again. And then we have the Celtiel will sort of reach up to his shoulder, and in response, the imp will climb out onto his arm and then leap up into the air, immediately light on fire and hover there for a moment, as he then turns to her and says, "Let's heat things up, baby." And he will then begin casting a spell. The dragon, finally finding something interesting to do, will look over at Bran, sort of look him up and down and say, "You're a curious creature, aren't you? You remind me of somebody I knew once upon a time." And then, coming up the stairs from outside, you see a woman with flaming hair and holding fire in either of her hands, dressed in all red and various sort of black leather belts and such, begins charging angrily in what you assume is a bit of a huff, and comes up ignoring Jareth entirely, opens one of the large glass doors, charges into the room, and says, "Excuse me, but I am trying to help two very deserving people on a blind date, and none of you are helping any." Ronnie? And Ronnie, as you look, you recognize Evangeline. Now, no longer angry, no longer murderous, but actually very happy to see you. And that's where we're going to call session today.
Yay!
Oh goodness.
Nice.
Nice. I can remember that from my first session. I made like a little campfire, and you guys were like, "No, don't make a campfire."
We can have fire now, by the way.
As long as we're in this timeline, right? Going back to the other timeline.
Diane, I gotta go to sleep. Night, y'all.
All
Now
right.
you-
Catch you later, Cross.
Bye.
With that, we'll go ahead and end today's Twitch stream. We'll probably talk a little more about who Evangeline is next time. We'll see you guys then.
All right.